The absence of history in young black people's minds leads to, I would say, low self-esteem. In fact, I know that's a fact because I worked in schools for a number of years, and for the kids who have no knowledge of history, they believe what they've been told by the mainstream, what the history is. So as far as a lot of kids are concerned, their history begins with slavery. That in their brains, the first time they entered the history curriculum is they were a slave, and then they were freed, and then Martin Luther King came along, and then everything was equal since that time. So because they don't know the facts about thousands of years of African history on display in London, the fact that you had the great ruins of Zimbabwe, which are still there now, designed by Africans, built by Africans, in the 12th century or whatever it was, because they don't know that, and they just think that they were under the whip somewhere, it does affect their self-esteem. But once you give them a few facts about the history, then to my experience, their attitude changes completely. And the purpose of my work is to kind of correct the imbalances and to kind of fill in the gaps, because if I stick to World War II, because World War II is not only on the curriculum, both at primary school and secondary school, it's also part of the national narrative. So anytime you open a newspaper, there's always some reference to Spitfires, hurricanes, and how Britain stood against the world in World War II. And that history is always being taught and told. So I always find it odd that they leave out all that massive contribution. The fact that Trinidad supplied, massive amounts of oil to fuel the war effort. The fact that, they were using diamonds from the Congo to help them kind of pay for certain raw materials. The fact that, there was rubber coming from Uganda to help them put tires on ships. All those basic facts, which I can mention in 3 minutes or 2 minutes straight, all that's just left out of the curriculum, left out of the history. So because of that, or rather, I try to fill in those gaps and just give people back the history that they should do in the first place.